We are not rare. But before you leave, you will perceive the lore will be unlocked. You might be stalked by a Sasquatch or a ghost witch, possibly even a ghost that will boast about knowing the Ohio Grassman or even the Michigan Dogman. Werewolves hunt, poltergeists are up front, but in these backwoods folklore is unlocked.
Welcome back to Folklore Unlocked. I'm Austin, and like always, I'm joined by Ethan.
Yep, hello again, everyone.
And this week we are taking a look at the Watcher House, or simply the Watcher. And don't be like Ethan and be confused by this with the Dark Watchers, which is completely different side of the country and completely different. And the house itself is located in Westfield, New Jersey. It has 6 bedrooms and it's bought by Derek and Maria Brodus, which is going to be the family that we'll be covering for the most part today. And it was bought for $1.3 million.
So, the first letter, the Watcher claimed that their family had been watching the house that they've just bought for generations and arrived after the deal closed, but before the Broduses moved in and acknowledged the 3 children.
So, very creepy that they knew about the 3 children before the Broduses even moved in. And the initial investigation by Westfield police focused on the Langford family, who had been long-time neighbors of the house, but found no DNA evidence that connected the Langfords to the letters, but they did find DNA that we'll get into.
Yeah, I understand why they initially went to the neighbors because, like, oh, what if they just didn't like the neighbors? And they're like, oh, I didn't like those people being there. It's like, I'll leave a note to try to scare them off.
Yeah, but since they were new neighbors and hadn't even moved in when they received the first letter, that just seems a bit odd to
No, it
me.
is. Plus, they knew about the kids before they even moved there. So, I mean, if they didn't know about who was moving in, they wouldn't know to, like, look up about them. So,
I agree.
private investigators and former FBI. So, the DNA testing on the letter suggested that the sender may have been a woman, but did not match any suspects they had in their database. Then, private investigators and former FBI agents were also unable to identify any suspects.
So, like we said, the Langfords were ruled out as possible suspects. And the community response, well, of course, the community was suspicious of letters and they thought it may have been a hoax. I mean, fair enough. New people in the community seemingly trying to get noticed for whatever reason.
I guess that's an easy way to get, like, attention. You know, just move there, get some mysterious letters, get on the news probably.
Yeah, stir up a little bit of possible mischief. Keyword possible.
So, previous and next owners, the Woods family owned the house for 23 years and only received a letter after they had sold the house. And then Andrew and Allison Carr bought the house from Derek and Maria for $959,000 and they haven't received a letter.
Which both are highly suspicious considering that the Woodses only received a letter after they had sold the house to the Brodus family, and the Carrs have never received a letter. So, highly, highly suspicious, in my opinion.
Yeah, what's so special about them two, I guess, those two families?
Really. And then there is a Netflix series simply called The Watcher, and Netflix did pay seven figures for the rights for the story, so that's where we dive into our thoughts. And I do think it smells more than a little bit fishy that the Woodses didn't receive a letter, like I said, until they had already sold the house, and the current owners have never received a letter. And then you combine that with the seven-figure payment from Netflix that, paid the Brodus family for the likeness of them and the story and all that. Smells more than a little bit fishy, if you ask me.
Yeah, I agree with Austin. I agree it's weird the current owners have never received a letter, and like we said, the other ones didn't receive a letter till after they bought it. So I mean, weird, suspicious. I don't know for sure if there's anything like supernatural at all about it. It's just a person just watching a house. But I did watch the Netflix series when it came out. I could not tell you what happened in it because I feel like it wasn't that memorable. But I remember it was all right.
And you don't want something like this, like the story itself is like a good story if you think it's just that, a story, like a fictional made up story. But I just don't think. I think it may have been a hoax or somebody playing a prank, which I guess would be another kind of hoax. So I guess there is two angles. You got the family making it up, or the prank hoax.
Plus,
And
I was gonna say, plus if it ends up being found out that it was like a hoax, that would kind of ruin the Netflix deal a little bit because it's like, oh, it was just this person. It's not like anything weird or suspicious. It's just this person being creepy.
I mean that there's plenty of creepy people out there.
True.
But I think that's all we've got for this snowy day. Join us next week. Any last words, Ethan?
Just thanks for watching, everyone.
Thanks for watching. If you're on YouTube, leave us a like, comment, and subscribe. If you're on Spotify, drop us a follow and a comment, and we'll see you next week.
You might wake up beside Spearfinger with an extended visit from Jack the Ripper. But if you're lucky, it'll be an angel on that range hill of Louisiana. You might meet Mary Laveau or the Rougarou. At Folklore Unlocked, Austin and Ethan concoct their theory of the eerie and unexplained around the world, sometimes even the underworld. The lore is locked behind secrets, the folklore is meant to be unlocked. The Sokoloo is haunting NC as well as Tennessee. There are many giants that might be clients of the Dark Watchers, who might have psychokinesis. And the phantom time hypothesis is like a phoenix, coming back around again and again. The laser strain on your brain if you've got more than two brain cells in you. Some believe McCartney is dead because they read into the Mandela effect, which is subject to folklore.